Today, I'm going to be making this taco pie. This is from the recipe book. It's Betty Crocker Bisquick Impossibly Easy Pies. So, what you're going to need is 1 pound of ground beef, a half a cup of chopped onion, 1 envelope of taco seasoning mix, which we like the Old El Paso. We just use the original taco seasoning mix. You need 1 can, or it's 4.5 ounces of chopped green chilies drained. And so it's just, we use the Old El Paso, and I've already drained the juice off of that. And then we need half a cup of the original Bisquick mix. It's in this bowl right here. You need 1 cup of milk, 2 eggs, 3 ounces of cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack or cheddar. I'm using a shredded cheddar, and that is a 3/4 cup is what that is. And then salsa if you want it, sour cream if you want it. You do need a pie pan. This is a Pyrex. This is a 9.5. Yeah, it's a 9.5 inch pie pan, and you want to spray that with vegetable spray. So my oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna spray my pie pan. I'm going to take my ground beef and I'm going to brown it on the stove. I'm gonna drain off the grease, and then we'll be back. So I drained my ground beef. So now you want to add your onion.
Now you could cook your onion with your hamburger if you wanted to, if you wanted them soft. We like them a little crunchy.
Yeah, we like onion a lot, so yes, absolutely. I mean, as far as their directions go, they do want you to cook the onion with the ground beef, but I just think it's more of a pain to have to drain the onion with the ground beef, so that's why we do it this way. So then just stir this together. Take this and put it in the bottom of your prepared pie pan, your sprayed, greased pie pan. And then we're going to take our chilies, our drained chilies, and we're going to sprinkle those on top. And they're kind of all clumped together because you know, when you drain it, they kind of clump. So I'm going to try to knock them out like this. Now we're going to take our half a cup of Bisquick and our 2 eggs and our cup of milk, and we're going to mix this together. And you can use a whisk or a fork and whisk this together. And then once it is all mixed together, we're going to be pouring this over top of our green chilies. And then we're going to put it in our 400 degree oven, and we're going to bake this for 25 minutes. So this has been baking for 25 minutes. Now you want to take all of your cheese and sprinkle it over the top. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven for an additional 2 to 3 minutes. So you just want your cheese to get nice and melty before you take it out of the oven. So you're supposed to get 6 servings out of this. I left, once I put the cheese on, it said to leave it 2 to 3 minutes. Put it in the oven for 2 to 3 minutes. I put mine in the oven for more like 5 more minutes because I wanted my cheese to be just a little toastier, and honestly it could have stayed for even longer than that. So that's just my preference as far as cheese goes. So try to get it out of here. You have to cut it just perfect. There we go, and I still left some ground beef in here. So what you want to do is you can serve this with chunky salsa, which I absolutely want some chunky salsa. I'm gonna put mine on the side, but you can put it over the top if you want, and you can use sour cream if you want as well. And so Kevin will probably be trying his with sour cream. So we put, show your sour cream. Do you want to show that? Because we didn't show it.
I put sour cream and salsa on top of mine.
Yes, but I wanted you to show
the actual brand.
Yeah, and just in case. It's just the
Kroger
brand sour cream. That's all. We didn't use light or anything like that.
None of that light stuff in this house.
It says see photo insert. Oh, do you think there's a photo of this in here? I wonder where the photo is. They don't tell you what page to look on.
No, that's a little weird.
That is weird. It's telling
right
you lasagna.
Oh, it's lasagna.
Okay, let me see if it's... No? Hold on. No. There is going to be a picture in here, but I don't know where they put it. Cheeseburger pie. Wow, that sounds good. So there are pictures in here.
Yeah, that's weird. They wouldn't say what page.
Yeah, it says see photo insert, but it doesn't tell you what page
it should say page
on.
5 or
That's
whatever,
weird.
page 12 or whatever.
Well, I'll have to go searching for that. It says the prep time's 10 minutes, bake time's 28 minutes, stand time's 5 minutes. I did let it stand 5 minutes after it came out of the oven.
It just helps it set up a little bit better.
Yes, before you cut into it. It's 315 calories for each piece.
Of course, that's going to vary greatly depending on what you use in there.
I'm going to try it first without.
Yeah, that's what there's one side over here that doesn't have anything on it. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little drop of salsa, but it's okay. Hot.
Okay. Right away, I taste the taco seasoning. Mine is not hot at all. It must be the difference where we took our bites.
Heat hot.
I know.
It was mine was on the very edge.
Oh,
mine
is not heat hot.
In the center, it probably won't be as much. Mine was like right on the edge of the pan. I've noticed those glass pans, they take a little longer to get things hot.
Right. I like the chilies. I think the flavor of that's nice.
I like the taco seasoning.
The taco seasoning is nice. If you are just watching my channel for the first time and you found this recipe, I also made, yesterday you would have seen, I made a chili pie from this same cookbook. I ended up, after the video, I used the paste salsa, and I absolutely loved it. So it didn't need it, but I loved it. So I can't wait to try it with this.
You'll like it. It really adds that tomato onion kind of flavor of that you like with tacos.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we didn't cook our onions with our hamburger at all.
No.
They're very soft in here. They're not crunchy at all. So
it wasn't necessary.
As long as you chop them up fine enough, and they're not fine. I mean, I can see them. They're good sized hunks. It's cooked fine enough. I mean, you don't need to do all that cooking with the hamburger because they're really a pain in the butt to drain your hamburger if you go onions in there with them.
Right.
It's hard to drain them, I think.
I love, like I said, love the taco seasoning. It's the perfect amount because each one of those packets, you're supposed to use a pound of ground beef anyway. So that's the right ratio. It's the perfect ratio. You do taste the cheese. Depending on how thick it is and the certain bites you take, it's going to be more apparent than other bites. But you do taste that. You do taste those green chilies.
Yeah, the chilies add a little bit of heat to them. Not a lot, just a little bit of zing to it.
I love it. So when we made the chili pie, if you watch that video, they had you use black olives. The black olives,
really didn't add anything.
I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, but truly you could have saved yourself a couple of bucks and not bought them because they didn't make any difference to the flavor. These green chilies actually do make a difference in the flavor.
They do. I tell you, I love that sour cream on there too. You would hate it, but it adds a creaminess to it, to the texture. It adds a creamy texture to it. Do you want to take a bite just to see if you like it?
My mouth is full.
In other words, no.
Well,
I love sour cream.
I'm sure I would like it. I'm sure I would like the sour cream. I'm sure it's delicious because when I've had it, I've enjoyed it. But for me, it's always been one of those extras that if I don't know how good it tastes,
right, you save those calories.
I save those calories.
That's true.
Because this is a hearty meal. Just like the chili pie was a very hearty meal. I mean, it was very, very filling, delicious. I love this taco though version.
I think I like this one better than the chili one, honestly.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think the chili, I think the taco seasoning comes through more than the chili seasoning.
Yeah. No fault of the chili seasoning, it's just how it is.
No, but if I were to do, honestly, now that I know, for a lot of people, the chili seasoning would have been perfect. I would add a little bit more seasoning to it. Like I would have added like a packet and maybe a half. Then that would have brought it up to the level of chili seasoning I like most. Whereas the taco is just perfect the way it is.
Yeah, it's a good.
And it could be the brand. I don't know. Well, we had never used McCormick chili seasoning before.
No.
So I don't know. It was good.
It was
but
good.
It just wasn't like when I make chili. I add a lot of powder to it.
Yeah, and I mean you could add just even a little, like a tablespoon of hot sauce to it and stir it in with the hamburger, and that would have elevated that flavor a lot too. That would be really good.
Yeah, because you love putting hot sauce in.
Just a tablespoon for the whole thing probably would have been maybe 2 tablespoons, and the whole thing would have brought that flavor up a lot more. And I always add a couple sprinkles of hot sauce to mine anyway.
Right. Well, we have some Tabasco sauce.
But I don't think I use that Frank's Red Hot sauce. I don't think it's needed for the taco one because it's got enough spice to it, and those green chilies do add just a hint of heat to them. Not like burn your mouth heat, but you can tell there's peppers there.
Right.
No, I really like this, and the salsa and the sour cream go perfect.
Yes, this is a winner. It's delicious.
Super easy.
Super easy. Yeah, and you can feed a lot of people. with it.
This is something you could literally, if you're working all day, you could come home and make this in 10 or 15 minutes.
Yes.
And bake it for half an hour, and you're done. So within 45 minutes, you got dinner ready.
Yes, and it's delicious.
Without a lot of effort.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. You'll have to let us know if you make it or not, and thanks for watching.